Food is a necessity, fueling our bodies and bringing people together. Yet, it can also be a source of struggle and harm. Modern society's abundance of processed foods presents unique challenges. Our appetites can become adversaries, leading to health problems. Understanding these forces helps us reclaim control. Imagine sitting down to a delicious meal, enjoying each bite. Hunger and appetite work in harmony, yet for many, this balance is disrupted. The modern food environment filled with calorie-dense foods hijacks our biological mechanisms. Processed foods trigger our reward centers, creating a cycle of craving and consumption. This can lead to serious health problems like obesity and diabetes, but we can make informed choices to support our health. This essay embarks on a journey to unravel the complexities of appetite, exploring biological, psychological, and environmental factors. Hormones like ghrelin and leptin regulate hunger and satiety. Modern diets disrupt this balance. Emotions and stress trigger cravings. Social cues lead to overeating. The food industry impacts our choices. Marketing tactics make products irresistible. This is a call to action. Practical strategies will help you regain control. From mindful eating to grocery tips, make informed choices for well-being. You have the power to align with your health goals. Understand and implement strategies for change, transforming your relationship with food.
Deep within our bodies, hormones like ghrelin signal hunger and fullness. Ghrelin, the hunger hormone, signals our brains when it's time to eat. It rises before meals and falls after eating. Ghrelin sends signals to the hypothalamus, prompting us to eat. Understanding ghrelin helps manage hunger and make healthier choices. Leptin, the signal of satiety. Leptin, produced by fat cells, signals satiety to the brain, curbing appetite and regulating metabolism. High leptin levels boost metabolism, while low levels slow it down. Modern diets can disrupt this balance, leading to leptin resistance. Understanding leptin is key to healthy weight management.
The brain's reward system, pleasure and cravings. Our brains are wired to seek out pleasure and reward, and food plays a powerful role in this system. Foods high in sugar, fat, and salt trigger dopamine release, reinforcing eating behavior. This creates a cycle of craving and consumption. Modern food environments exploit this system, making it hard to resist cravings. Understanding this can help us make healthier choices.
Disrupting the balance, modern diets and appetite dysregulation. Our appetite regulation evolved in scarcity, but modern diets, rich in processed foods, disrupt this balance. High in sugars and unhealthy fats, these foods cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, leading to overeating. This disrupts ghrelin and leptin, key hunger and fullness hormones, causing leptin resistance and weight gain. Understanding these disruptions helps us make healthier food choices for long-term well-being.
Hunger and appetite are distinct experiences. Hunger is a biological need for nourishment, driven by hormones like ghrelin. Appetite, however, is influenced by sensory cues and emotions, tempting us with specific foods. Recognizing the difference helps us make healthier food choices. Our bodies communicate hunger through unmistakable physical cues, rooted in our primal need for survival. Deciphering these cues helps distinguish true hunger from appetite. The rumble of an empty stomach signals readiness for food. This sensation indicates our bodies need fuel. As hunger intensifies, we may feel tired and sluggish. A dip in energy levels urges us to refuel. Lightheadedness can indicate low glucose levels. Hunger can also manifest in subtler ways. Difficulty concentrating and irritability are signs of hunger. Recognizing these cues helps address hunger before it escalates.
Hunger speaks the language of necessity, but appetite entices us with pleasure, drawing us in with sensory delights and psychological triggers. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee or the sight of a vibrant plate of food can awaken our appetites, even without true hunger. The modern food environment, filled with highly palatable, calorie-dense foods, amplifies these sensory cues, making mindful food choices challenging. Processed foods, laden with sugar, salt, and fat, hijack our brain's reward system, releasing dopamine, the pleasure neurotransmitter. Our psychological relationship with food, shaped by experiences and memories, also influences our appetites. Foods enjoyed as children or meals shared with loved ones often tempt us to indulge, even when we're not hungry. Stress, boredom, and loneliness can trigger emotional eating, leading us to seek comfort in familiar foods. Understanding these triggers and developing strategies to manage them is crucial for making conscious food choices. Emotional eating. When food becomes a coping mechanism. For many, food becomes entangled with emotions, transforming from sustenance into a coping mechanism for stress and sadness. Emotional eating often manifests as a subconscious urge to seek comfort in foods high in sugar, fat, or salt, providing temporary relief. While this offers fleeting relief, it often leads to a cycle of guilt and further emotional distress. Identifying the emotions driving emotional eating is crucial for breaking free from this cycle. Recognizing triggers like boredom, stress, or loneliness helps develop healthier coping mechanisms, such as physical activity or mindfulness. It's important to approach emotional eating with self-compassion, recognizing it as a common experience. By acknowledging the emotions behind our food choices, we can cultivate a more balanced relationship with food.
Mindful eating, reclaiming the power of choice. In our fast-paced lives, eating often becomes a mindless activity squeezed between tasks. Mindful eating, paying attention to our food and bodies in the present moment, can be transformative. It involves slowing down, engaging our senses, and savoring each bite. Beyond the sensory experience, mindful eating fosters appreciation for the origins of our food and the journey it took to reach our plates. Implementing mindful eating practices like taking deep breaths before meals and minimizing distractions can help us tune into our body's signals.
Engineering cravings, the science of processed food. The food industry exploits our biological vulnerabilities, engineering processed foods that are irresistible yet detrimental to our health. Food scientists craft processed foods to trigger cravings, ensuring consumers keep coming back. The perfect balance of sugar, salt, and fat creates an addictive flavor profile. The texture of processed foods, engineered for a satisfying crunch or smoothness, enhances their appeal. This phenomenon, known as vanishing caloric density, tricks our brains into underestimating the true caloric load. As our palates become accustomed to hyperstimulating flavors, whole foods can seem bland. Breaking free from cravings requires retraining our palates to appreciate real food. The food industry's influence extends beyond the laboratory, permeating our lives through relentless marketing. From brightly colored packaging to pervasive advertising, we are constantly nudged towards profit-driven choices. Children, with their developing palates, are primary targets of these campaigns. Cartoon characters and promotional toys create powerful associations between processed foods and happiness. These early exposures shape lifelong eating habits. Adults are also swayed by celebrity endorsements and misleading health claims. Navigating this marketing maze requires skepticism and careful label reading. Questioning motives and seeking reliable nutrition information helps make informed choices. The food industry subtly shapes our food environment, impacting our choices. Supermarkets often place fresh produce on the perimeter, forcing shoppers through processed food aisles. This layout, coupled with enticing displays, can overwhelm even well-intentioned shoppers. Fast food outlets in low-income neighborhoods create a food environment catering to cravings. These communities face higher rates of obesity and related health issues. Creating a healthier food environment requires supporting policies that increase access to fresh produce. Promoting sustainable agriculture and farmers' markets can improve access to healthy food. By prioritizing community health, we can shift towards a nourishing food system. Stepping into a modern supermarket can be overwhelming. Aisles overflow with products, each vying for attention with promises of convenience and health. Beneath this illusion of choice lies a landscape designed to steer us towards processed foods. The volume of options can lead to decision fatigue, making it tempting to choose familiar brands. Food labels, often laden with jargon, can be difficult to decipher. Terms like low-fat or sugar-free may mask nutritional deficiencies. Navigating this labyrinth requires reading labels carefully and seeking whole, unprocessed foods.
Reclaiming our plates. Strategies for conscious consumption. By cultivating awareness of tactics shaping our eating habits, we can reclaim our plates. Mindful eating involves paying attention to what we eat and how it makes us feel. Cooking more meals at home empowers us to control ingredients and reduce reliance on processed foods. Experimenting with new recipes and involving loved ones can make meal preparation joyful. Beyond individual choices, advocating for a just and sustainable food system is crucial. Supporting policies that promote sustainable agriculture and increase access to healthy food helps create a nourishing food environment. By working together, we can reclaim our plates and our health.
The crumbling foundation, obesity and its ripple effects. Consuming more calories than we expend leads to weight gain and obesity. Obesity increases the risk of serious health problems, including cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes. Excess weight strains the cardiovascular system, leading to elevated blood pressure and unhealthy cholesterol levels. Obesity disrupts insulin effectiveness, leading to type 2 diabetes. This condition forces the pancreas to work harder, eventually leading to a decline in insulin production. Addressing obesity requires understanding its complex causes and developing strategies for healthier living. By making conscious food choices and promoting a healthier food environment, we can mitigate the ripple effects of obesity. Section 2. Sugar's Bitter Truth, the Path to Diabetes. Sugar is everywhere, from cereals to sauces. Excessive sugar intake leads to type 2 diabetes, a major health crisis. Consuming sugary foods spikes blood sugar, causing insulin release. Over time, cells become resistant, leading to insulin resistance. The pancreas overworks to compensate, but eventually, insulin production declines, raising blood sugar levels. Elevated blood sugar damages blood vessels and nerves, increasing risks of heart disease, stroke, and vision problems. Type 2 diabetes is preventable and reversible with lifestyle changes like a balanced diet and regular exercise. Section 3. Under pressure, the cardiovascular consequences. The cardiovascular system delivers oxygen and nutrients, but unhealthy diets and sedentary lifestyles lead to diseases like atherosclerosis, heart attacks, and strokes. Plaque buildup from bad cholesterol and high triglycerides narrows arteries, restricting blood flow. Regular exercise strengthens the heart and improves blood flow, reducing cardiovascular risks. Section 4. Inflammation Nation, the body's silent war. Inflammation, a natural immune response, can be a double-edged sword. Acute inflammation heals, but chronic inflammation, often from unhealthy lifestyles, fuels diseases. Processed foods and sugary drinks promote chronic inflammation. These foods contain AGEs, harmful compounds that increase inflammation. AGEs accelerate aging and disease risk. An anti-inflammatory diet, rich in fruits and vegetables, helps counteract inflammation.
Section 5. A Glimmer of Hope. Reversing the Tide. The health consequences of overindulgence, while daunting, are not inevitable. Our bodies possess a remarkable capacity for healing and regeneration, and even small, sustainable changes in our lifestyle habits can have a profound impact on our health outcomes, reversing the tide of chronic disease and paving the way for a healthier, more vibrant future. One of the most powerful steps we can take is to adopt a balanced and nutritious diet, prioritizing whole, unprocessed foods such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These foods provide our bodies with the essential nutrients they need to function optimally, without the added sugars, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients that contribute to inflammation and chronic disease. Engaging in regular physical activity is another cornerstone of a healthy lifestyle. Aim for at least 150 minutes of moderate-intensity aerobic activity or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity aerobic activity per week, along with muscle-strengthening activities that work all major muscle groups 2 or more days per week. Beyond diet and exercise, prioritizing stress management techniques such as mindfulness meditation, yoga, or spending time in nature can help reduce stress hormones that contribute to inflammation and other health problems. Additionally, ensuring adequate sleep, aiming for 7 to 9 hours per night, allows our bodies to repair and regenerate, supporting overall health and well-being. Reclaiming control over our appetites often feels like a battle of willpower. This adversarial approach can create a cycle of restriction and rebellion. Mindful indulgence invites us to view eating as an opportunity for pleasure and nourishment. It's about slowing down and engaging all our senses to appreciate our food. Notice the vibrant colors, satisfying crunch, and delicate aromas. Cultivate gratitude for the nourishment our food provides. This practice can transform our relationship with food. Savoring our food often leads to satisfaction with less. This mindful approach helps break free from mindless snacking.
Mindful eating helps us tune into hunger and fullness signals. Choosing nutrient-dense foods stabilizes blood sugar, promotes fullness, and provides essential nutrients. Whole foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins are rich in fiber, aiding digestion and keeping us fuller longer. Incorporating colorful fruits and vegetables provides antioxidants, protecting our cells from damage and supporting overall health. Our food environment is filled with temptations that challenge our healthy choices. From strategic product placements to fast food proliferation, our surroundings can sabotage our efforts. Transforming our kitchens into havens of nourishment is key. Start with a pantry purge, removing unhealthy snacks and sugary drinks. Replace them with fruits, vegetables, nuts, and whole grain crackers. Meal planning and preparation can be game changers. Set aside time each week to plan, shop, and prep meals. Be mindful when dining out or in social settings. Scan menus, request healthier modifications, and carry healthy snacks.
Section 4. Seeking support. Navigating the journey together. The journey to reclaim control over our appetites can be challenging, often filled with setbacks and temptations. Seeking support from others can provide invaluable encouragement, accountability, and guidance. Connecting with friends, family, or colleagues who share similar health goals creates a powerful sense of community. Sharing healthy recipes, trying new fitness classes, or checking in regularly can provide motivation and accountability. Joining a support group, either in person or online, offers a safe space to share experiences and challenges. These groups provide access to valuable resources, such as meal plans, recipes, and expert advice. Seeking professional guidance from a therapist or dietitian can provide invaluable support for emotional eating challenges. Professionals help identify emotional triggers, develop coping mechanisms, and cultivate a healthier relationship with food. Section 1. The power of awareness. Awareness empowers us to make conscious choices, aligning with our values and health. It begins with paying attention to our body's cues and the sensory experience of eating. Questioning food industry messages helps discern marketing from genuine health benefits. Awareness extends to understanding the food system's impact on health and the planet. It fosters appreciation for the interconnectedness of all living things. Advocating for a just and sustainable food system prioritizes nourishment and well-being. Section 2. A lifelong journey of nourishment. Nourishment is a lifelong journey not about perfection but progress. Embrace imperfections, find joy in nourishing our bodies and souls, and connect with others for support and inspiration. Section 3. Embracing a future of balance. As we conclude this exploration of appetite, let us envision a future where food reclaims its rightful place as a source of nourishment, enjoyment, and connection, rather than a source of struggle, guilt, or disease. A future where our plates are filled with vibrant, life-giving foods that nourish our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. A future where access to healthy, affordable food is a right, not a privilege, and where the food industry prioritizes the well-being of people and the planet over profit margins. This future begins with each of us, with the choices we make every day about what we consume, how we nourish ourselves, and how we engage with the food system. By embracing mindful eating practices, cultivating a deeper understanding of our body's needs, and advocating for a more just and sustainable food system, we can create a ripple effect that extends far beyond our individual plates. Let us approach food with a sense of reverence, recognizing its power to heal, to connect, and to sustain us. Let us savor each bite with gratitude, honoring the intricate web of life that made that nourishment possible. And let us move forward, together, towards a future where food is not the enemy, but an ally, a source of strength, vitality, and shared abundance for generations to come.